running stitch. You will need a hook, thread cutters, material, needle and thread. Take your needle and take a piece of thread, not too long, usually if you hold the thread between the tips of your thumb and your finger and reach it towards your elbow, that should be the length of your thread. If you tie a knot on the end of the thread, the bit furthest away from your needle, and leave enough slack at the top, you're ready to get started. So always start at the back of your work. You're coming up here at A, and you're going to go in to B. It's a straight line that you're aiming for, and I've made these stitches really big just so I can show you for the first line. And this running stitch is really about the gap in between the stitches. So each stitch should be roughly the same size, although being neat is really not my thing. But you can see here that you're just going in at A, B, C, D, E, F, and you can just continue to the end of your row. We're hopefully going to have a sampler filled with lovely stitches by the end of these videos. So this is your first stitch, and the running stitch is the most basic stitch, but we use it all the time. And the perforated line is really lovely. So in this second row, I'm starting on the right hand side and I'm going to work towards the left. And I'm going to take smaller stitches this time to a little bit neater, hopefully. And so you can do the same, just take little stitches once you've got the hang of it. You're just trying to get the gaps in between quite similar. The lengths of the stitches similar. This is all the traditional way of working the running stitch. Once you have your line complete, now we're going to have a little bit of experimentation. You can take big lines, small lines, and you can mix them up. So this is more like dashes and strokes of yellow. So it's really just to experiment with the different sizes. So you're letting yourself go in this line a little bit, just to see what kind of details you could perhaps make and use it for. So now you have 3 lines of running stitch. So if you just check the back of your work, cut off or tie off any little messy bits. Ideally, you're trying to keep the back of your work as neat as possible, but like I said, I'm not a particularly neat person. And I kind of enjoy the mess and the chaos of when you turn over my embroidery, but it's good to get into a habit where you are sort of cutting your thread extra bits and also tying off, so you can secure that with a knot or a double knot. If you have backing, you can do a little stitch into your backing to secure and cast off. And when you're finished, you can just give it a little cut and you're ready to go on to your next stitch. This demonstration is part of a series where we will be making a yellow sampler. The next stitch will be the back stitch. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe below if you like what you see.